In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can submit orders using the Excel module from within the Order Fulfillment app. This can be very useful if you need to submit many orders at once or if the Fulfillment app currently does not support importing orders from your existing store platform. If you don't have Excel, don't worry. Any mainstream spreadsheet program, such as Apple's Numbers and Google Docs, allows you to open or save your spreadsheet as an Excel document. So let's begin. The first thing you will need to do is log into your account. In the main menu, go to the Order Fulfillment app and down to the Excel module. This will take you to the Excel module page. From here, we will go to the documentation page where we can access the template. This page provides not just the template file, but also descriptions of the various columns, some shipping codes which we will discuss shortly, and frequently asked questions. The template can be found here. Click the Download Template button. When you click the Download button, it should save the template to your Downloads folder. Open this file with your favorite spreadsheet program. The first thing I want to point out is that there will be 3 tabs. The first tab is the actual template you will be populating with the details of your orders. The second tab will have descriptions about these columns, which are the same descriptions you will have seen on the documentation page earlier. And finally, the shipping codes, which we will discuss. Going back to the Template tab, you may notice that each column header is color-coded. Don't worry. That is not required for your actual submission to be color-coded. It's just useful here so you can see which is required, optional, or conditional. Red means the column or field is required. Green means it is conditional. And blue means it's optional. Likewise, we have color-coded the details in the Description tab for you as well. Now, let's go over the various columns and what they mean. You will notice that these correspond to the column names in the Template tab. If you need to know what a column is for, you can always go back to the Excel documentation page or go to the Documentation tab for some quick referencing. But I will go ahead and go over these right now, while also interjecting some additional information about the column that might be helpful. Order PO. This is a unique order identifier. Typically, this will be your own internal order number that your store generates. If you don't have one, any number or combination of numbers or letters will suffice. This field is required. Ship first name. This is your customer's first name. Ship last name, and this will be their last name. It's important to stress that the first name and last name are both required, which means the recipient's name must be divided into these 2 columns. Ship company name. This field is optional. This is the recipient's company name. Ship address 1. This is required and will be the recipient's street address. Something like 123 Elm Street. Addresses such as P.O. boxes would also go here. Ship address 2. This is optional. If your address includes a suite number or apartment number, place it here. Ship city. This will be the recipient's city or town. Ship state code. The recipient's official 2-digit state code. This is a conditional field and is only required if the address of the recipient is within the United States. Again, this must be a 2-digit state code and not the state name. For instance, if we are shipping to California, then you would enter CA. Ship province. Conditionally, if the recipient is outside the United States, you would enter the province or state within that country here. This must be spelled out completely, unlike the state code. Ship zip. This is required and will be the recipient's zip or postal code. Ship phone. A phone number of the recipient or sender is required. This is required by the carriers in order for us to generate shipping labels. You can use your business phone number if not comfortable supplying your customer's number. Just note, this will be the number the carrier will call on the rare occasion they need to call someone about a shipment. Ship country code. Recipient's official 2-digit country code. For instance, US for the United States, CA for Canada, and so on. Like the state code, do not use the full country name, but instead the country's 2-digit code. Now let's get into the product details. Product QTY. This is the quantity, such as the number of copies of the particular item we will be printing or producing. Product SKU. Typically, this will be a SKU from virtual inventory. If the image is to be determined and the item is not set in your virtual inventory, you can use what is called a product code. Product codes are found when setting up a print and post, our print ordering app. If you need further help in determining what your product code is, contact our customer support team by email. Shipping code. We will come back to this in a moment. Before that, I want to go over the following two fields: product image file URL and product thumb URL. These are conditional. If you are using a SKU from within your virtual inventory, these can be ignored. However, if you are using a product code in the product SKU field, you should populate these. If you do not supply these, then you will be prompted to supply an image within the order fulfillment app before you can complete the full submission process. Product image file URL. This is the URL to a high-resolution downloadable image file to be printed. The URL must have a direct link to the file and cannot be hidden behind any sort of login page or embedded in a web page. Failing to do this could result in delays in processing and/or require the order to be resubmitted. Product thumb URL. This is a URL to an image that will be printed on the invoice. Again, this should be a direct link to the file. We need this so we have a visual reference for the order item. Product cropping. We recommend leaving this blank or using the word crop if you want the image to be cropped if it does not fit the size to be ordered. Use fit to not crop. When cropped, if your image aspect is not an exact match, it ensures that your image takes up the entire print area and does not print the part of the image that extends outside of the print area. When fit is used, it ensures that the entire image is included within the print area. This is rarely used and may look unprofessional if the aspect ratio of the image does not match, since it will leave unsightly margins on two sides. The last column is the webhook order status URL. Whenever we ship one of your orders, we will send you a notice by email, and the order will show up in your order history with tracking information. However, people looking for a more automated method to inform their customers that the order has shipped can use this feature. Generally, this is a URL to a web application that will accept the shipping details and handle notifying the customer. It will take a bit of programming know-how to utilize this, which is why it is optional. Now let's discuss the shipping code. In the Excel documentation and the shipping codes tab, we have a list of shipping codes and their description. You will want to use the one that you want to be selected. Once you import your order, you can always change the shipping option within the order fulfillment app. Use EC for economy, SD for standard for most ground shipments, EX for express, which normally entails a 2-day shipping method, and ON for overnight. These codes will go into the shipping code column. Now let's upload an example spreadsheet with orders so you can see how all this actually works. I now need to go to the order fulfillment app. It is accessible from this link. Or I can return to the main FinerWorks website and access it from the fulfillment menu. Once you have gone to the fulfillment app, you will see a list of modules. Choose the Excel module. Then, simply upload your Excel document. Now the file is uploaded, you will see it here. All these cells can be edited. Also, you will notice that these two rows are almost identical. This means that this order has more than one type of print. It's important that if you want to submit an order with more than one type of print, all the information is exactly the same in each column. Let's go back to the spreadsheet so I can better show you what I mean. There may be times when you have an order that has multiple line items. As an example, you might want us to ship to the same customer two separate types of items within the same order. Perhaps it is a 16 by 20 picture of a beachscape and another of a mountain scene. Or maybe it is a canvas print along with a greeting card. Since they both need to go to the same customer, you will need to format your document before importing so that you have multiple rows with almost the exact same information. This means things like the order PO, name, and address fields will be exactly the same. Fields in columns such as the quantity, product SKU, and the image URL fields can be different. Once the order is imported, the order fulfillment app importing process will merge those rows that need to be combined so that each item is included within the same order. Now let's return where we left off. Now click Next. This may take a few seconds for the Excel data to process. Once it does, click the Create Orders button. Click the Go to Orders button. and you will see these have been added to your pending orders. Before making your submission final, you can change things such as shipping and even edit various aspects of the orders. You will also notice that this order here has the 2 items in one order. The final step is to submit payment. You can add or change the method you want to pay with. And once you click Pay, you will have completed the submission, and the orders will have been received. Hopefully, you will have found this instructional video both helpful and informative. Contact our customer care team if you have any questions. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.